Hey guys, it's Shawn with ftmKICKSTART. This week's topic is on dysphoria. This is a great topic. I'm pretty sure every trans man and every trans woman has some sort of dysphoria, whether it's self-image or body image or just thoughts and feelings that are projected on to them by their everyday experiences with people. So I'm going to talk about my own dysphorias, and then I'm also going to talk about what I do to help myself with that, or what I've been told should help with that, and just go from there. So I have some notes here. I guess I'll start with my hips. I have dysphoria with my hips. I've been told that I have more of an hourglass figure, more curvy, and that's great for a female individual that identifies as being female, but I don't. I would much rather have a triangular shape. So that really does affect me day to day, just more so than others, depending on what I wear. A lot of times it kind of deters me from wearing some trendy clothes or styles that might be in, and it also will deter me from standing a certain way or walking a certain way. For example, I know that if you wear hipster jeans, that's going to accentuate your hips, or even low-rise jeans. Also, skinny jeans, which I know are really in right now, I stay away from those. I don't like skinny jeans, not to mention they're hard to put on and take off. It's not for me. My girlfriend loves them. But that's also something that will just accentuate your hips. Also, the way that you stand, I know that if you put your hand on your hip, that'll kind of give it more of an arch. Also, if you walk with more of a swish, that's going to stand out. I've been told I walk like a football player, so I don't know. I guess I'm not very graceful. Also, what goes hand in hand with hips would be like the love handle region, as well as a person's butt. That's another reason why I say you should stay away from low-rise jeans and from like really tight pants. When I go buy jeans, I like to buy straight leg bootcut jeans. It's just a really nice in between, and I also make sure that the back pockets are smaller. I know a lot of times when you're shopping, you want to buy like the baggier pants, and sometimes that can just backfire on you, and the pockets will be bigger in the back, and that doesn't always help. A lot of times you're better off getting something that's more fitted to kind of blend in better, because sometimes it could just really accentuate those features. Another thing that I have dysphoria with are like my upper body and my muscles. Just because when I'm in a situation where I need to lift something, or there's some kind of showcase of strength, or I'm with other guys and I can't really measure up because I don't have the same muscle mass that they have, that will create dysphoria for me and make me uncomfortable, and I guess kind of make me feel kind of down about myself. I don't work out like I used to with my arms and upper body and my chest, just because I did get injured a few months back, and it's just kind of discouraged me, and it hurts, and sometimes it just makes it worse. And I don't really know that I'm supposed to be doing anything like heavy lifting. I've been told I'm not supposed to, so I've just really stayed away from it. But I do know if that's something you can work on. I mean, for me, I'm more of like, I would love to just start my hormone therapy and then be able to find this confidence in my body, as well as giving myself a chance to heal my body, and I feel like then I'll be more driven and motivated to actually go and build myself up. But you don't have to do that. You can take protein, you can stick to some kind of diet regimen, you can see a nutritionist, you can see somebody that specializes in like personal trainers. There's so many upper body exercises that you can do to just help build yourself up. Also, another thing that I have dysphoria with would be my size. I was talking to a friend of mine who works in university. One of her coworkers is a psychologist for the campus, and the number one reason that trans guys will stop transitioning is because of their height. So for me, I'm pretty small. I'm like a size 5 in pants, and I'm only like 5'3", as far as my height goes. And I know that there are ways to correct that. I mean, worst case scenario, you might have to invest in some shoes, whether they're shoes from the UK or shoes here. There's websites that provides like an inner platform or heel that you can't visibly see to help give you height. I know the thing that's helped me is orthotics, because I needed them, but it also did give me a little bit more height. Also, visit a chiropractor. A lot of times you could have, your spine might not be completely straight, and if you get that adjusted, you might notice a difference in your height. I did. I gained like half an inch just because I was so out of whack on my spine that it actually made me a little taller, which was really cool. Also, the chiropractor should be able to check your legs. Sometimes, a lot of times actually, a person will have a leg that's shorter than the other, or sometimes a hip might be a little lower than the other, and sometimes that's like a little easy fix. So that could also help you as well. I know yoga is supposed to be really good. It'll help your posture. Posture is a lot. Another thing that I have dysphoria with would be my lower half. I know that my lower half I really only have a problem with when I'm being intimate with my partner. I just feel like I'm inadequate because when I'm being intimate with my partner. I just feel like I'm inadequate because I don't have a penis, and even more so when I'm with a partner that's been with men, because I often compare myself to cisgendered guys that have penises. This is something that my most current partner has really just worked on me with and has just made me feel a whole lot better about. But it's definitely something that I still struggle with. I know that what's helped me is just talking to my partner and having her treat me like a male, and having her treat parts of me, whether it's a strap-on device or it's my hand, as a penis. And that really just helps with my dysphoria. Another thing too, you guys, if you feel like you're inadequate in some way, you really shouldn't. Because if you do your research, and I've done a lot of research when it comes to sex, the woman's G-spot is really only an inch or an inch and a half inside the vagina. So you could have like the shortest penis and still be able to hit the G-spot and still be able to give your partner an orgasm. Most women don't even get off from the G-spot. But, hey, just a little fact for you guys. It's not necessarily the length. Sometimes it's the width. Sometimes it's the motion. And, like I said, you could have the smallest penis in the world and you shouldn't feel inadequate. Also, because I use my hand, I have more control over myself, so I can make an orgasm last 4 to 5 times longer. Not many guys can do that. I'm not saying that it's necessarily better. I'm just saying that you gotta look at the positive things, and if that doesn't really do it for you, then, invest in a strap-on. A lot of times, that'll help too. And also, they make some really real-life looking prosthetics. I've seen some prosthetics that just look like the real thing. So that also is something that you guys might want to look into. Another thing that I have dysphoria with, I think is pretty much the last thing, would be my chest. I started puberty really early. I was already in bras by the time I was 11. It was really uncomfortable. I hated shopping for bras. Being in the women's section, being with my mom, having the whole experience, it was just one of those things that I wish never happened. But it did, and it is what it is. And I'm actually pretty fortunate. I'm not that big. I'm pretty small. I used to be a lot more I wasn't as dysphoric about my chest as I am now. But I know what's helped me is just not buying the regular bras that I take off my girlfriend. Just buying like sports bras and then binding really helps me with that kind of dysphoria. Also, I would love to get chest surgery, and all of you guys, if you're not getting chest surgery, or if maybe you're not taking testosterone but you still want a flat chest, look into a breast reduction. You know, I think that's better than nothing. And oftentimes that's really the only way to cope, is I just ignore it, and I have my partners treat my chest like it's a man's chest, and not to touch me in a way that would be like a female's. So those are my dysphorias, you guys, and those are some tips. I hope that I could help with that, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.